Very, very true. There's a lot of pre-order issues going on.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm good otherwise, Brad. I mean, we live in a world where my favorite thing to watch on the internet is an auto-tuned guy singing recipes with a sock puppet.
Whoa.
And
okay.
Yeah, have you not seen this Heyo Cheetah guy online?
I have not.
Oh, dude, he's fantastic. He makes recipes.
Community spotlight for today.
Yeah, he makes. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one out. You're like the weirdo who doesn't know about this guy, Brad.
I guess so. I'm not on TikTok as much.
He makes college level cooking recipes with a cheetah puppet, and they sing / rap about them with autotune. It's pretty great. We also live in a world where Richard Dreyfuss says weird old man things to the Hollywood Reporter.
It's a weird time. Look, you can't like your heroes or your favorite, people from your favorite movies or your favorite movies anymore. So Jurassic Park 30 is, it's got its issues. I feel like, if you look through the history of Jurassic Park, there's maybe some bad eggs throughout there where you can be like, okay, maybe we shouldn't talk about this guy or this thing anymore, but I think it's doing pretty well. I think it's doing okay. It's aging gracefully, unlike other things.
Dude, 30 years, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
that's ancient for a film. I remember like Star Wars being like 20, and that's the first time I saw Star Wars was the 20th anniversary, and I was like, dude, these movies are old. Like.
I know. You know what I hate is like I don't have an example, but like how they say like, oh well, you're at the same distance as like the moon landing was from the 1990s or something like that. You know, like I hate stuff like that because I'm like, oh my god, are you serious? That's how long it's been. So yeah, I mean it's 30 years and I feel like we have a lot to celebrate. We have so much in us to celebrate. You just brought up Star Wars. And by the way, if you've never listened to The Wire before, we kind of just ramble on for a good, 20, 30 minutes before we get into our topics fully. But I just went to go see Return of the Jedi for the 40th anniversary. Came out in 1983.
Wait, it's been double the time. Well, maybe not, because I'm sure that the 20th anniversary releases of those films were probably for Star Wars, like the original. And Jedi was probably 10 years later?
Yeah, they were. It was 1997, so that's when all the new sets and stuff came out, and the special editions.
But wait, Jedi is 40 years old now?
Yeah, 1983.
So, oh man,
that what that means?
It means I'm even old. Like that means like
we're getting
Star Wars. Dude. Star Wars has been in my life longer than it hasn't been in my life, and I didn't discover Star Wars till really late. So,
and it's gonna be a thing past our lives, which is like that also makes me sad.
Yeah, so I read an article like when Disney bought them. So you're talking 10 years ago at this point. I read an article that was like, you will never see the end of the Star War. Like, you'll never get a satisfying conclusion to it. There is no ending now because Disney will drag out this war for all of eternity. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of true. I mean, we're going back like a millennia now in the lore.
Yeah, we're going hundreds of years back to tell new stories and stuff. So, I mean, that's fine. Like, I don't know if I'll ever be hooked on that content like I, have been for this, this era from prequels to sequels. But
yeah.
But anyway, the 40th anniversary just happened, and it was also Star Wars Day, May 4th. And I was sitting there. Like on May 4th, and I'm like, May 4th is bigger than Jurassic Park's 30th anniversary. It's like by far way bigger than the 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park. And it's one day, May 4th. Just celebrate Star Wars. That's it.
what really bums me out. I mean, Brad, you know me. When I woke up on May the 3rd or May the 4th, did I buy every Star Wars skin I could possibly buy in Fortnite that day? Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm not even like a huge Star Wars fan. I'm not even. And if we're gonna like say that, I really don't care for the prequels. Like, I've come to kind of like the characters and the actors kind of sense, and
Hmm.
I think the show Obi-Wan makes the prequels even like it makes them better. And I think there are things that I can take from the prequels that I like. Like I really like a lot of the design language in some of those ships. Um,
Yeah.
like the N1, I think, is one of the coolest
Oh, it's
hot rod
amazing.
looking
It's
things. It's like
it's
one of
so
the coolest
amazing.
like sport car things that you can have. Is it weird that it has hyperspace drive attached to it? Yeah, kind of. But whatever. It's still cool
Yeah.
looking, especially when Mando's buzzing around the galaxy in one.
Yeah.
It sounds like a freaking like jet engine by comparison to what they used to sound like.
Oh, I
But
love that. I love that. Like, I feel like Mandalorian or Boba Fett, one of those shows. Like, when they actually started the thing up, it sounded like it was a hot rod. All of a sudden, I was like,
yeah,
"Whoa, dude, this
yeah,
car!
it was
It's old
cool.
now. It sounds sick."
It was cool. Like I think he's missing. He could get a paint job on that thing. Oh, he could do like
No,
a
no, no,
sleek
no,
like.
no
Oh, you
paint
just
job.
keep it silver.
I love the silver, dude. It's so, oh, it's so slick. I love it. I love the yellow. The yellow is great, but I love the silver.
No, but
It's
he
pretty
can't go
cool.
yellow. He can't go yellow. He's got to do something else though. But he's Mandalorian. He's
Yeah,
not going to do anything
yeah.
flashy or
He's
showy.
no, no. I mean, he's not like a Paz Vizsla or anybody else that paints it, or even a Boba Fett that has the armor that's painted. His stuff is just silver, you know. So it makes sense for him.
I can't believe. I can't believe. Do you remember the days when it was like, oh, we get Baby Yoda. We don't know. We don't know what baby like. What is this character? Like
Yeah.
clearly we were like, okay, something's gonna be up, right? Because Yoda was like super powerful. But like it was like, but wait, he's still baby. He can't even talk. And now they're literally building an entire Star Wars franchise around this character that didn't
Yeah.
have so much as like a mug when he first like showed up
Oh,
on
I
Disney
know.
Plus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the lack of merchandise was wild. Like, it took so long to get something, but
Mm-hmm.
now it's everywhere. Now it's everywhere,
Oh
and I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
buy all the things. But I love that they have the space and the ability to create stories in between and give you really, really fulfilling stuff. So when I talk about like May 4th being bigger than the 30th, to a point, it's hard to not compare these two franchises because they are so similar in so many ways. But um, it's hard to not get upset when one gets so much on one day and the other doesn't get a lot for the 30th anniversary. But I do understand that. Look, Star Wars is so much bigger. It is just so much bigger. And it has such a bigger fan base. I gotta say, I feel like it has to have a bigger fan base, even though Jurassic is making billions of dollars, each, or $1 billion each film. Um, I just wonder how much of that billion is casual versus, Star Wars is hardcore fan, Because I don't know. Are
Well,
casuals going to see Star Wars as much as they are going to see Jurassic? I feel like there's more casuals going to see Jurassic than there are Star Wars.
here's the thing. I think the days of like comparing the two franchises, I think that ended. I mean, in all fairness, like I also do it, but I feel like that probably ended when Disney bought bought them because basically Disney was. I mean, they probably could have bought Jurassic Park off of the Crichton estate or Universal or whatever. Like no one was doing anything with it. Disney probably could have bought them, and I think like them putting their money down and being like, yeah, this is what's worth. What was it like $6 billion that they put down on it at one
It
point
was like
when they
4.
bought it?
I think it was even
Yeah,
less.
it was like almost nothing. Um,
Nothing.
and I just feel like that's the moment when it was like, okay, Star Wars is going to obliterate like proportionately what Jurassic is, and the two get lumped together because they're classic 70. They're part of that classic like 70s, 80s, 90s. adventure visual, like CG effects, right? Like that's kind of how they get lumped in. And I feel like once Disney gets involved, it's freaking over. Like they're just gonna. I don't want to say run it into the ground, because I don't think Star Wars is nearly run into the ground, but like it's saturated. Like market saturation is just massive.
They basically have a cradle to the grave mentality when it comes to Star Wars now,
Yeah.
It's literally like just the other day, a new animated show came out for Star Wars, and it's like, I don't know, I forget what it's called, but like Young Jedi Academy or something like that, where it's basically that time period, thousands or hundreds of years ago, when Yoda was like a younger dude, but still basically looked the same. But like it's introducing this new set of characters and stuff that I'm sure one day we will see them in live action. Like there's a character called Nubs, and it's like the cutest little blue, like hairy Jedi thing. And I'm sure, give it 10, 20 years, that thing's going to be a full-grown beast of a Jedi that's going to be in live action fighting.
I don't think you have to wait that long, man.
Maybe not.
Like Daisy Ridley, you think Daisy Ridley's new school of Jedi isn't going to be full of all Grogus and Nubs and like all those kinds of characters?
Well, I mean, but that's hundreds of years. I don't know how Yoda's was still around for so long, but like, I don't know if Nubs is going to be hundreds of years old, 1,000 years old creature, but they're building a time where you could tell so many stories even before you get to the prequels. You got the Acolyte coming out. You've got all the new, what is it called? I don't know. New Jedi Order. No, I don't know what it is. Not New Jedi Order. New, whatever it is. It's the old time Jedi. Light of the Jedi is, I think, one of the books. I don't know. I read one of the books, dude, and I was like so bored by it that I could not get into that time period. And the problem is, I went and pre-ordered a bunch of books, and I have all these books from that time
now you
period,
have all these books that you're not going to read.
I'm like, I don't know if I care for this time period very much, but we'll see if I can get into it. But all that being said, I just trying to compare like the hype level of May the 4th, which is just wild, and it's there's stuff everywhere, merchandise everywhere, really really cool stuff. Fortnite, like we were saying, they've got just tons of stuff for a single day, and the 40th anniversary showings in theaters and stuff like that. So it's tough. It's tough. But Jurassic, we'll get to Jurassic's 30th in just a little bit. But I do want to dive into our topics here today. So I want to start though with pre-orders. So Target is like the hub, right? We've got Beyond the Gates over at Target.com, where we've for a long time now, I feel like for a few years, we've been pre-ordering items.
That have come and gone on the shelves and still haven't shipped.
That have come and gone on the shelves. Yeah, it's we've had varying levels of success, I think, over the years with Beyond the Gates. And a little preamble before I get into it, but like none of the things I'm saying about Beyond the Gates or Target is a reflection of the content itself of Beyond the Gates or Outpost to the people who work on it. It's more so the behind the scenes of like Target getting this stuff out and all that. So to me, it has nothing to do with the production of the content, but the behind the scenes shipping out the toys and all that stuff. But but over the years we've talked about it so many times on this show. I'm like so sick and tired of it. But we've talked about we've been canceling items for so long, right? We've been finding stuff on the shelves well in advance of any pre-orders coming. So it's been tough. It's been really, really tough. And I feel like right now we are at like this like boiling point right now where everybody is getting very heated about this exact topic because we've got some really, really cool stuff just waiting in that queue, dude. It's just waiting for us,
I've
or we're waiting
I'm
for it.
I'm looking at my orders on Target. And I'm
Mhm.
just going to run through what's not shipped. So I do have a back order. I have a back ordered items. All basically all my retro
Yep.
stuff is all on back order. But it's weird because it's back ordered, but it's estimated the same shipping day as all my other things that Amazon has had for weeks at this point. So like May 15th, I'm supposed to be getting my retro stuff. May
You actually have a
15th,
date.
yeah, I have a date back ordered May 15th. Yeah, for retro. I'm finally getting my Ankylosaurs and Pteranodons Hammond collection on May 15th, which I've already gotten elsewhere. But look, you guys, this Ankylosaur is legit the best Ankylosaur toy I think ever made. It's awesome. So I'm not heartbroken to have multiples of those, and I'm probably going to end up having to sell some old ones because I just can't justify having that many Ankylosaurs in my collection. And I'm finally getting my Pachycephalosaurus on May 15th, which I've not seen anywhere available. And what's really weird is that I guess I'm not paying attention, I guess, because people seem to have known this stuff, but like everyone's on Facebook like, oh, I got my female raptor. And I'm like, Target didn't say anything about that. Oh no, now Amazon gets exclusive Hammond collection stuff, which is like killing me because Amazon's the worst for that. And it's not Amazon's fault. People spread the links, which is great. They shouldn't. I came across one guy in the Facebook page who was like, oh, it's up. And everyone was like, can I have a link? And he's like, no. And it's like, well, you have yours, man. Like, give people the link. But by the time I get to the link, it's usually like sold out again. Now, I did manage to get one. So, yay. But then, like, the other thing was, I'm at Target, and they had one Hammond collection figure, and it was a male raptor. And I'm like, didn't even know this was a thing. Like, I must have missed the announcement, or I don't know.
I forget what that was a part of. If it was a part of anything Beyond the Gates or not, I forget. But I think I got that on Amazon. I think I did.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple. I think I got most of mine. I got 3 of them. I got them all on Target's website. But yeah, just like it's kind of a mess right now, and I don't know if I can blame anyone except for me for not really being on top of it and waiting for people like you, the podcast, to tell me what's going on.
No, because like I don't keep up as well as I should either. But I just think that I was thinking about it, earlier. I was like, I think the reason I don't keep up with it as much anymore and I'm starting to fall off is because they make it so confusing as a consumer. Like, where am I supposed to get these things? Am I supposed to pre-order these Hammond collection items from Target? Or are they they're on Amazon? Oh, I guess I'm supposed to get them on Amazon. Oh, but wait, no, they're on, Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth or something like that. So I feel like I'm going all over the place for these things, and I'm kind of losing focus, I think, on what I'm supposed to be pre-ordering. And what, like you were saying, like what is out? Oh, there's a Raptor out. Oh, there's this. Like I'm pretty much keeping up to date with the items. I just am lost on where to buy them all first and what's the designated place to get them. What's like the best place to get them? It's been very difficult, I think, to keep up with all of this stuff over the past while now. But and even talk about like items that are available on other sites are, potentially reveals or things like that on Beyond the Gates. And it's like, wait, what is happening? Like, what are we doing here? Like,
I think that's where I get lost. I think that's where I get lost is that in my mind, Beyond the Gates is like the Target exclusive show, which is my fault because it's not.
But it is. It is supposed to be the Target exclusive show. Like and it's supposed to be, as far as it like the content says, it's like
I think the show is
you
exclusive.
You can get this at Target. Like this is where.
But like clearly, because I've gotten
The items are
majority of
not.
my Hammond. Yeah, clearly, because I've gotten the majority of my Hammond collection stuff on Amazon before I've gotten it from Target, like months, sometimes months before. Like now, like you talk about like this Ankylosaur. I got this
Yeah.
and this Ankylosaur is like $15 on Amazon. I don't think it's gonna be $15 through Target, is it?
Well, let's take a quick look here because I do.
Like,
If you're listening to this on the podcast feed, we do accompany this with visuals and stuff like that, so you do get to see some content here.
asterisk
So I do
sometimes.
but we do have some visuals here. I have a bunch of things, and of course, I don't know which one's which. But let's go to this one. Nope, that's not it. Let's go to this one. Nope, that's not it.
What is that, though?
I was planning. We'll get there. All right, so it is $15.39 currently on Target's website. The Hammond Collection Ankylosaurus.
Dude, that Raptor is $10. I just bought 2 of those like 3 days ago.
Yeah. All right, so this is the frustrating thing, I think, right? Because sometimes this stuff doesn't ship or whatever, but it says that they're available when purchased online. It says not available in stores for some of these. I can add these to my cart, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. So I don't have the Ankylosaurus. I don't have the what is this one? The Geosternbergia. I don't have that one, but I do have the other 2 that are on this page: the Concavenator and Velociraptor.
See,
but I don't know. I am upset when I look at the website and see, let's see, where is it? This Jurassic Park Real Feel T-Rex half off. It's $24.99 on sale at Target. It does say sold out on the website. So what's the sale for? What's the like where am I supposed to be able to get this online or
dude,
not? Or is it in stores?
I'm not getting billed full price for this thing, am I? I better not be getting billed full price.
All right, so let's back up here because we're all over the place. But
this is a disaster.
We're at a real tipping point, I think, with this, because specifically these 4 items, right? The classic, whatever it is. And look, dude, I had a very difficult time trying to even find these on the website. I click, so you look at their website, it's got the nice, 30th anniversary logo kind of stuff, and it's got a 93 classic collection section there, a little button to press. You've got classic, you've got legacy, Jurassic World collection, Hammond collection. So let's go ahead and click on a 93 classic collection. Oh, okay, we've got walkie-talkies and a die-cast Ford Explorer. Where's the other items? They're not showing up. What is happening, Target? What is happening? Why can't I find these items? Like I can't find them. So it's absurd that like you have that button right there
that
for
takes
the
you
93
to
classic collection that just takes you to 2 random items. Some walkie-talkies, cool. That's kind of fun. It's blue with no stripe on some walkie-talkies for Jurassic Park, but what are you gonna do? It's fun. And then you have the Jada. I think this is a Jada diecast. Yeah. So that's cool too. But where's the other stuff? Where's the 93 classic collection? Where is that? So I did end up finding it. I had to go through like some random third-party website in order to find the links, because I was like, I just want to find these quick. So I just Googled like where they were, and that was the only thing I could do, was click someone else's links in order to bring up Target's links. So it's sold out. So maybe that's a reason why it's not showing up in the search. But like, why not have it there? Why not just still feature it? This is also sold out. Alan Grant.
Dude, people are going nuts for this stuff. I don't. Yeah. Okay.
So the T-Rex right now, as it stands on the website, it says $24.99, marked down from $49.99. So it says, save $25, 50% off. And that's even more of a discount than what I ended up getting it. I bought these originally, and then I canceled one order because I couldn't get them all in one order. I had like 3 items and then one single item. So then I canceled those. I got them all in one order, 4 items together. And then I saw that there was a discount. It was like 25% off or something like that. I forget what it was. So then I canceled that one, and then I reordered them with this discount. And now that order's just been sitting there for a while, and these items are in stores.
See, they're not in stores here. Like,
oh no, none of them.
Still
not a single one.
None of these retro. I was just there. None of these retro ones are here. Usually, Oklahoma is like pretty like good on getting this stuff sooner than the rest of the world. But like, regardless, they're not here. But here's the thing. Again, I'm gonna say this. I feel like again, like this is gonna be a shelf warmer because every Jurassic thing ends up being a shelf warmer at some point. Like, and I don't know who this is for because it's not for my nephew who has no recollection of the original. It's not for. I mean, it's kind of for people like me who are just crazy fans, but like, I have my original Red Rex like back there on the floor, but like, even if I didn't, right? Let's say like someone stole it when I was a kid or something. And I get my hands on this one. I know it's not the same. Like I know it's not. Like I know the sculpt is like. There's nothing. This isn't like Hasbro releasing like Kenner Ghostbuster animated series stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the mold from 30 years ago. Like it's just a Mattel mold painted red and green.
It's still great, it's cool, I think. But like, yeah, you're right. It's not the exact item. So if you want the exact item, hit up eBay and pay $400 or whatever it is, or find it. Find a gem somewhere out there. Like I was able to find a bunch of stuff for like $40, and it included like the bull T-Rex and like the Thrasher T-Rex and stuff like that. I was like, oh my god, like this person didn't realize. This is frustrating because like I went to Target and I did not see the Rex. The Rex was not in my Target. I have seen it pop up in other people's stores. A lot of people have been showcasing images and picking them up and stuff like that. So they are available in some locations, but my store absolutely has the Alan and Ian figures. Great boxes. The boxes are really cool. They were bigger than I expected them to be. I kind of thought they were going to be a little bit smaller, but they're actually like a big size, like a pretty big box.
Why.
I don't know. There's so many items in there. When I turned the box over, I forgot how many things were actually included. Like there's like so many. There's like 2 sets of weapons and like dinosaurs and gear and two dinosaurs. So there's a lot of stuff in there. So it's a decently sized little package, but I didn't pick them up. I left them on the shelf, dude. And it was like, it hurt me deep inside to be like, oh, I'm not going to take these home. I really, really want these things. But I was sitting there. I'm like, I'd rather just leave them here. Somebody else will definitely get them. But I didn't feel like dealing with the hassle of canceling yet again another pre-order and figuring out the discount that I got, that because these ones were not discounted, that were on the shelves. And I'm like, I don't feel like going through the hassle of bringing them up to the customer service and getting them discount. Like it was just the whole thing. I had the kids with me. I'm like, I don't want to like go through this all right now. I just want like, why is it, should we not expect them to fulfill these pre-orders before populating the shelves? Or what's the deal?
At this point, I've basically succumbed to that. I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to pre-order this, and all this is doing is guaranteeing me one at some random date. Like, it doesn't matter now. I don't care if I get it. I'm not really trying to get it before everyone else. I just want to make sure I have it. Like, that's what it boils down to. But what I will say this is, do or don't cancel your pre-order for this reason and this reason alone. I was on Facebook like a week ago, and I won't say his last name, but a guy named Paul was looking for a Hammond collection Ceratosaurus. And he was looking for one, like, I don't think he even cared if it was in the box. But I just happened to have one that I hadn't opened yet. And I was like, well, if I haven't opened this, whatever. Like, yeah, you can have it, man. Like, you're looking for one, I'll hook you up, right? And I'm not even going to charge you, like, what you want it. What was it, like, when it came out, like $20 or something like that? And dude, this guy was so so excited, and it just felt really good to like help a fan out and like get him this figure. Basically, he's like, dude, they're going for like $80 on eBay. I'm like, that's crazy. Don't spend $80 for this thing on eBay. Like,
nah,
because just don't do it. But like, even if you were to hold on to it for like what seems like at this point like 6 months, someone's going to be like, oh, I missed out, or my kid would like to have this or whatever. And if you have an extra, just be a cool fan and sell it to the person for not what eBay is asking for, because like some of these prices are just like insane. I could not believe when he said a Ceratosaurus was $80. I was like, I mean, I guess
don't understand that. But yeah, the secondary market things kind of skyrocket there, but and everybody gets afraid. Like, for instance,
that's what the rush is, I think, is fear.
It's fear. And for me, I pre-ordered this item here, this Pachycephalosaurus, in September. I pre-ordered it in September.
Jeez.
And I still have gotten zero word about when this is going to show up on my doorstep.
But it looks like you can buy one right now.
Yeah, I can buy one right now. I could. But like, at this point, I'm like, what's happening here? Like, why is this available? Why can somebody else go and buy this online, but mine's still sitting there?
Thing.
And it feels like Target is like kind of gaslighting people a little bit with their responses online. And I've seen responses that like people are like saying, hey, how come mine hasn't shipped yet, but they're in stores? And they're like, no, they're not actually in stores yet. And you're like, no, they are. Here's a picture of it right here in front of me. And they're like, no, it's not in stores yet, so that's why you haven't gotten it. And you're like, no, it is in stores. You're gaslighting us, Target.
Here's what I think is legit really happening. I think there is no set. How do I want to say this? When Star Wars was still big into toys, like even circa like 10, 15 years ago, they were like, Hasbro was celebrating a movie every like quarter or 2 fiscal quarters, right? So it would be like, oh, now is all the Empire Strikes Back stuff, and it had like very like defined packaging. It didn't matter if it was like an animated thing or a vehicle, or it all had very defined like, hey, it's Empire, so for whatever reason, like everything's got blue and white stripes to look kind of like snow, and it's got the Vader and like Luke in the corner or something like that, and like, or Vader is like this art, this key art of Vader, right? And so like you could all be like, okay, well, like this is clearly like all part of the same like celebration. Whereas like Jurassic doesn't have any uniform packaging right now. There's I don't even know what the newest like baseline wave is, because I don't even collect the baseline stuff anymore. I only do Hammond collection for the most part. But like you have the Jurassic World collection, you have the Legacy collection, you have the Hammond collection, you have the standard baseline, whatever the Dino Trackers theme of the year is or whatever.
That is the core stuff right now is all Dino Tracker.
It's Dino Tracker, yeah. And I feel like because there's like no sense of what is, and then there's like shelf warmer stuff too, right? Like T-Rexes and Explorers still sitting on the shelf, Apatosaurs still sitting on the shelf, like.
It's literally a huge range of everything. And even within the Dino Tracker stuff, you do have like Camp Cretaceous stuff or Fallen Kingdom stuff or whatever. So there's like, maybe not Camp Cretaceous, but there's a lot of huge range of things. And I mean, it's interesting. I do actually appreciate that. I do like
Jurassic
being able to see. Yeah.
Has a 30th anniversary Jurassic Park logo on the box with Hammond collection. Like none of it makes sense.
It's
so confusing. Here's what I'm getting at. I think the retailers the brick and mortar are just like, screw it, take off the street date locks, like override this stuff. We don't care if it's Jurassic and it's sitting in our back room. That's a waste of our back room. We're going to shove it on the shelf. And an internet warehouse doesn't have to deal with like a waste of their warehouse space, because that's all they are, is a warehouse. So I feel like that's probably what's happening, is they're just like, screw street date. If it's Jurassic, it's going on the shelf. Because as a manager, I don't want this taking up space. And I think that's literally what's happened. So when Target's like, they're not on shelves yet, I think that's an honest answer, that to their knowledge, this thing is street date locked and is not supposed to be on the shelves. But who's the
I don't
wiser?
know, man.
Like, does the 16-year-old working at Target, does that 16-year-old care?
I don't know.
No.
I have not heard a single thing about street dates, or at least locks for these items. People have been able to take them home. So I have,
Okay.
usually when things are locked, when the movies are first coming out, it's like April
Sure.
16th, 2018. It's like, oh, you're getting hit with something, or the days before that, but not that date. But I haven't heard anything about that with the 30th stuff. So I don't really know what's happening with this. And like you said, it's very confusing. But I will say I do appreciate the wealth of stuff that is on the shelves between like a Camp Cretaceous, a Fallen Kingdom dinosaur, a Jurassic World dinosaur, Jurassic Park dinosaurs, JP3, Dominion stuff. So it is to me, it's really cool to see all that stuff. Maybe it is, weird to see them all in different packaging, but I do love that, like, everything is there right there in my sights, and it's from it's like having a Rancor, but then Ray, and then Jar Jar, and like all these things all together in one section for Star Wars. Like that would be really cool to me, but right now you're right.
Awesome.
Star Wars is focusing on like single things for like their time frame, and that's about it.
But I feel like Mattel, and maybe they don't want to. Maybe that's their game plan, is just shove as much of this into the economy as possible before the flame runs out. But I feel like, dude, we're getting Jurassic Park 3 paint style ankylosaurs before we're getting like any Lost World like biggies.
Yeah,
Like,
there's no rhyme or reason. We're getting
no Hammond's collection
concavenators.
stegosaurs. Yeah, we're getting concavenators, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But like,
I don't get it.
Also, like, with the way that Jurassic Park 3 is hitting, I mean, come on, it's like safe to assume that the next like Comic-Con exclusive is going to be a Spinosaurus, right? Like where's the Hammond collection? Where's the Hammond collection Spinosaurus? Where's the Hammond collection Indominus Rex? Where's the Hammond collection Indoraptor? Like,
my assumption is it's going to be like a Dr. Wu San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I feel like that would be great, but who knows?
Okay, so but Dr. Wu with what? Because I feel like, dude, the last San Diego, you have to outdo the last San Diego Comic-Con one, right? Like,
which one
that was an
it?
awesome. It was Gennaro on the toilet.
Oh yeah.
So like, what does Wu get?
To me, it would just have to be like, it would probably just be like a little lab thing.
A lab set?
To me, I would want like a legit raptor hatchery thing. Like we did get a core line version of it with John Hammond at one point.
Yeah.
But it's like a very thin pedestal with like some raptors on there. But I want like the legit, the armature thing that holds the raptor egg. Like, I want that with a Dr. Wu. I think that would be my ideal, especially because it does tie into the 30th anniversary. And there was a quick mention of San Diego Comic-Con in that press release about the 30th anniversary. So I would hope that they continue with the 30th with a Jurassic Park item as Dr. Wu. I think that would be cool.
And not a Jurassic Park 3 item? All right, fair enough.
I mean, look, Spinosaurus, that's my jam. I love the Spinosaurus, but if it's got to be, something else, it's definitely got to be Dr. Wu, because it's about time. You know?
I will say, man, the Hammond collection stuff, I love it. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I think
it's cool.
it's really, really good. I see complaints online about it not being super, super accurate, but you know what, man? Like,
Have you seen
for as much as I
that
love
that T-Rex
the
and
Cyretech stuff
the juvenile T-Rex Lost World Hammond
for
collection?
Hammond collection, yeah,
Yeah.
it's too big. I'm never picking that thing up.
No, it's not. It's just not even. It's not very well painted. It looks not good.
Oh,
And
I
I
mean,
know that there's a lot of complaints with the Stegosaurus just being like its like own random design and not really what we see in the movies. So there, it's like I feel like it's kind of taking the route of the core line and like showing you some really good stuff, and then kind of slowly dwindling away to something else completely. So
I mean, has there been really anything Hammond collection like just what's what's been your biggest disappointment on the Hammond collection?
um, I mean, look, the likeness is still not there for some of these humans. But I think honestly that JP3 Raptor is not
Which
great.
one? Which
The
one?
male Raptor.
Yeah, someone was saying that
I still
they
haven't
think
opened this thing
the
yet.
Walmart exclusive is actually better of a mold than the Hammond collection one. Now, I think that the female is better than the male, but like I'm
Yeah,
totally down for. I think they're fine. Like to me, like the
it's
biggest
fine. Yeah.
disappointment, I was actually kind of bummed with the Geostormbergia, and just kind of how like it just felt so basic. Like it didn't. Like I have one here. This doesn't feel like any nicer or better than like my Kenner JP1 Pteranodon. Like, and this doesn't even have like a button to do like wing feature stuff, which is fine. Like
Hmm.
the Hammond collection stuff isn't supposed to have the buttons, but like his legs are almost like unbendable. Like I know I'm gonna break them if I bend them. And then the likeness is
Yeah.
nothing to that of the movie. But like we also again we have Concavinator, so uh and we're
Yeah.
getting Metriacanthosaurus, which sure it's in the book.
Look cool.
It
Yeah,
does
but
look cool,
I
but we
just
never got one in the movie. Like we don't know
I
what the
just
movie version looks like.
I feel like the paint jobs are starting to not be super great, and it's worrisome. But I at least there's less to focus on with the Hammond collection. It's like,
Yes.
hey, you've got a few things here and there, um, because yeah, I've been very much falling off of the core stuff. I feel like right now I couldn't even tell you what what there is for core stuff in the world right now.
No, I couldn't
Um,
either. But I also will say
I
for
guess
50
these
like,
these things, right? Oh, this is super
that's
colossal.
the
I didn't. I
super
haven't
colossal.
pre-ordered. I haven't pre-ordered anything in 2 months, I guess, via Beyond the Gates because I didn't get the last one. Was like, I think the Funko Pops, and then the one before this last one was the Funko Pops, I think, and then this Indominus Rex and Super Colossal. The Super Colossal Indoraptor is really cool. I did consider that, but I'm like also like I don't know what to do with it because it's so huge. So, they're all so huge, and I don't know if I can have a fourth, a third,
No,
however many I
yeah.
got in my house.
Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't gotten any recently, um, but yeah. So to me, it's a weird, really, really, really weird time. Target not really answering for what's happening here. But send out the items to the people who purchased them first.
Or
And also
just
a problem that's been occurring as well. I think a lot of people are having big issue with this is like this this 93 batch. If you pre-ordered it like on day one, it was like 140 something bucks of toys for those four things, right?
Yeah.
So Target, has this thing on hold for 3 months now or so, and they're charging you sporadically for these items. If you look at your bank account, you will see $147 taken out of your account, and then days later or whatever, you'll notice that it was not actually taken out of your account, But at one
Dude,
point, it did register that it was taken out of your account. And I did.
I
I
get
looked at my
the
bank account and I was like, yes. I texted a bunch of people. I'm like, it's happening. We're getting the items. It's, they're coming. And no, then the charge disappeared and then no items. So it's very
after
frustrating to have that payment continually be taken out of your account and then put back in. It's just like, how are you supposed to like keep tabs on things these days?
after my cancellation debacle, because I had put it on like my bank account
Yeah.
card, and then because like for whatever reason at the time I didn't have like the just the money like wasn't there when they like randomly decided to do that, so they canceled my item. So I've just been I put them on a credit card now that I'm never gonna reach my maximum on that credit card. So like sure, whatever. And yes, I'll get the text. I get it almost like it's like once a week, easily once a week. Ding, we've billed you. I open up instantly to see nothing's been billed. It's literally just them making sure that I've got the funds, which is ridiculous. Like they're checking to make sure that I have the funds, but they don't have the goods. So like,
yeah, where's the stuff, Target?
where's the stuff? Well, like, I'm not just like, how come Target gets to basically like check in on my financial state every once in a while?
I don't know, man, but like I do feel like this has been a big damaging point for Beyond the Gates, for Target. I've seen a huge backlash on people saying, I'm done.
Stinks, man.
I'm done pre-ordering things. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not going through this. And like I sympathize with that. At the same time, we got to remember that word fear. We got to remember that
that's why
that is
I
a
order
real
these
thing. And we order them because we don't know if we'll be able to get them. We don't know if they'll be on the shelves. But it's like, are you going to live with that fear? Or are you going to just suck it up and be like, are you going to stick it to them and speak with your money and say, no, I'm not doing it?
But here's the thing. It could be like a light switch, and Hot Toys and Sideshow Collectibles did this. Hot Toys and Sideshow Collectibles used to get you on the pre-order. Here, give us $20 now, and we'll give you an action figure in 3 years, right? That's basically what Sideshow has done. And it used to be like, you put your money down, and you would sign up for full price, and then they would all wind up in the Sideshow warehouse, and they would eventually come down in price. What I've noticed lately, and this is whether this is the economy, whether this is Hot Toys finally being like, no, we need to make something a little exclusive so people want to kind of chase after it. Sideshow has gotten to the point where they're turning off pre-orders on some of these figures. Like the most recent one that I can think of, the Willem Dafoe new Goblin. Like, it's still not available to just buy on Sideshow, but you can't pre-order one from them. They turned it off. The same thing with Lady Thor. The same thing with Lady Hawkeye. Like, those are figures that, like, traditionally, if we were 3 years ago, 2 years ago, you wouldn't even really, like, yeah, you would pre-order out of fear, but, like, the fear was so, like, you were just like, okay, like, whatever. They'll eventually be up on Sideshow. But now they're limiting their purchases because they don't want these things sitting in a warehouse. And once Target realizes or figures out those numbers, that's what's going to happen. If you didn't pre-order one, then you're for sure going to have to go to a brick and mortar store who may or may not have one, and that's what it all is, man. Fear. It's fear.
Yeah, this happened with not a Sideshow item, but a Funko Pop item also at Target for me. It was the what was it? I just remembered this this Funko Pop. It was the Therizinosaurus. I was very excited about that Therizinosaurus from Jurassic World Dominion, and it just months and months and months went by, and I was like, I'm canceling it. I found it in stores. I'm done. This is it. I'm just getting it. There was no deals attached to it, luckily, and I was just like, all right, let me get rid of this. But I feel like I feel like it's harsh to say, but I feel like it should be like illegal to not supply your item while also
we have such large problems in this country.
It does seem like absurd to say that, but like it just seems like, how can you have something on pre-order, not supply that, and then offer it half off on your website, like or in stores or wherever, because they're going to honor that discount probably, right? If you show them the website. So it's like, man, what is happening? Just let us have our things that we bought. But it's just a lot of venting, I think, in this first part of the segment here. Hopefully, we can get into some more fun stuff, right? With the 30th anniversary. What do you think?
Yeah, I just do want to clarify. I am going to purchase a Pachycephalosaurus for $10 right now, and I will get it. I'm going to get it before.
You're get it before me, yeah.
I'm going to get it before my full price Pachycephalosaurus pre-order from September actually ships.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I'm going to do it right now. Add to cart.
So, our next topic here is the Jurassic Park 30 announcements, which when did that happen? That was like, I don't know, a week or so ago. April 25th, it looks like the press release came out. But, you know, for so long, we've been wondering, hey, it's coming up soon. What's going on? Is there anything happening? You know, there's been a lot of merchandise trickling out. We've seen, you know, Lego sets and obviously toys and just other random, you know, knickknacks here and there. And there was obviously that thing that opened up at the History Museum in London. You know, there was like a nice pop-up shop that was really cool. Okay. But for a while we've been like wondering like what's going on, what's out there, and we've been questioning it and you know, asking for more, and we finally got our prayers have been answered. They I mean they did fill us in.
maybe I'll tell you what, I knew that all hope was lost when Target put those 4K Jurassic Park discs out before Dominion came out, and they were all like the original covers. I was like, oh, so they're not like when I saw the Jurassic Park 4K with the black case and the red logo, I was like, oh, okay, so they're not going to do anything for the 30th anniversary. Because to me, releasing that case with the full format original color restoration of Jurassic Park on 4K, that to me is a 30th anniversary celebration item. And this time they were like, no, here's this version of Jurassic Park that you've had for 10 plus years now, but we're going to give you a Funko Pop video game. And you're like, oh,
well,
all right.
The Funko Pop thing, that's been, I kind of feel like that's like separate from all of this, because that's been in the works. We've kind of known about that for a while now. I feel like everybody was like, oh, this is a brand new thing we're hearing about today. But we knew about that a while back. So I feel like everybody was like, oh, this is what we're getting. This is disappointing. But I was like, this is in addition to, this is kind of like a nice, you know, plus for everything else that we may get down the line. And I thought it looked kind of fun. I don't really know what the gameplay is going to be for that Funko Fusion thing, but you know, it looks like it could be fun potentially for my son and I or whoever to sit down and play. So that'll be cool. But since you brought up the, we'll talk about this first. Since you brought up the DVDs and stuff like that, I want to go over to Jurassic Outpost. They have a post over on Twitter. It was the best option to find it real quick. And, you know, they did find this essential collection here for Jurassic Park, a limited edition box set kind of deal. Thoughts?
I mean, I would have got this, except for like that art book is great for someone who like Tom, right? Like Tom Fishington, who didn't grow up with Jurassic Park.
It's great for you, dude.
But like, I grew up loving it, and so like I have the Making of Jurassic Park by Jody Duncan, like with all that art, I'm sure, like in it, right? Or I have the essential book that I think you're pulling up, right? Like the retrospective on the trilogy. Like I have that, and then the cover of this is like a Chronicle Collectibles T-Rex or an Iron Studios T-Rex.
I think it's Iron Studios, yeah.
Like Do you ever go to Walmart and like on like an end cap they've got like dinosaur toys and like they've totally ripped off like the Spielberg design. Like they literally just like grabbed like key art from the 90s, ran it through
Oh,
some
of course.
Photoshop filter, and then we're like, oh, dinosaur toys. We're not going to pay for this license. And I feel like this is exactly what they're doing with this Iron Studios thing. It's like, well, Iron Studios is licensing our artwork, so we have the right to just take that back. Yeah. It's like, I mean, sure, but like,
Yeah.
do you want to, is that how much effort you want to put into this? Like,
I do wish that they had like because I shared it. I'll maybe show it in a little bit, but I did share like an image that could have been a little bit more beneficial than just tracing over some other statue that we have. But yeah, that artwork is actually, that's why I was just bringing it up, because I did showcase this on a live stream, but that artwork from the cover right there, which I'll zoom in on here.
Yeah.
It's right here on this book. I'll try to bring this up.
Right. You can have it bigger than what they're
right
offering
there,
in this deluxe edition. Yeah.
So I would assume that everything that's from sketch to screen should be featured in the ultimate visual history. If it's not in this, what's it doing in this? I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. What are we doing here? Again, though, I think this is a very, very cool addition. This from sketch to screen, because not everybody has the ultimate visual history book. Not everybody wanted to pay, $50 or whatever it was for a book.
I should clarify. I should definitely stipulate. I think this is neat, but I already own like 30 copies of Jurassic Park on various formats. Yeah. So like, I am going to pass on this one, right? Like, and I feel like that's where I have to like kind of qualify. It's like, I'm already a psychopath. I'm trying to curb that insanity.
I do think it's interesting, though. I'm not really sure why they include Jurassic World renders.
Right.
That's just like, don't even include those. I don't know why that's there. The film cell replica is neat, but it's kind of just a replica. So I don't really know what's the point. And I also don't know what we're certifying the authenticity for. I'm not really sure what that's for. This is a real DVD, just so you know. You can put this in your collection. But I don't know. Interesting. I hope we get more, though. I hope there are more copies on the way.
I just thought like Michael Scott. 9 billion. It's like certified authentic, 9 billion copies sold, more than the Bible. Why am I not surprised? The T-Rex imagery on the actual steel case or whatever that is on the left. Can you zoom in on that or no?
Yeah.
Dude, is that not great, that? No, not that one. Not that one.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, dude, is that T-Rex just like from like some board game? I feel like that's like from some board game cover.
I just think it's like some like probably like I don't know, Fallen Kingdom render or something like that. It's just and also like this Dilophosaur is just this one, but flip-flopped and painted.
Wait, go through those images. So that Dilophosaur is a Dominion render.
Yeah.
That Triceratops is a Jurassic World render.
They're all from Jurassic World era or further, they're not.
This is a miss, man.
So yeah, it's kind of a miss.
Go hunt down the 4K black case.
Like,
It'll be much.
To me, the idea is great. Like, I really like what they're going for here.
Yeah.
I think that Steelbook black case is pretty cool. Fact, if it was an actual image. I like the slipcase cover. I like the idea of the film cell replica, but like, I don't know what I'd do with it. If they had Crash McCreary art cards, you'd sell me an instant. If you had, and that sketchbook is great. That's really cool. So I think it's like the idea is pretty cool what they're going for, but they just missed. They just missed on the production there.
I'm even looking now. I think I can't find it on eBay. Shoot. There was a Jurassic Park and Lost World, like before Jurassic Park 3 even came out. There was a Jurassic Park and Lost World collection that had a film cell that had like the 2 soundtracks with that like cool DVD art on it. Like I feel like that was even cooler than like what this collection in, and it's because it again, like this shows no respect for Jurassic Park. It's all just like you said. Like I was kind of on board with this, and then I'm like looking at these renders. I'm like, it's all Jurassic World stuff.
Yeah,
all of it.
Yeah, the Outpost has the picture right there.
It's clearly that T-Rex render.
I don't know. Is this the article? No. They did post an article, and my tweet was in there. Oh, here it is.
Oh, your tweet made their article?
Quick. Yeah. I don't know who wrote it, but because I thought of this, and here it is right here. I thought this Rex was right there. Look at that Rex, dude.
Right.
How cool is that? Like, that's amazing. Just put that on the cover instead. It looks, it looks the same. It's telling the same story. Just it's from something we know and love, and it's, it's realistic. So just put that one in there.
It's 90s. Yeah. Oh my God, dude, the 3D IMAX poster. Go up.
Oh, dude, yeah, I know. I saw that. It's so I'm sorry.
I will tell. So we used to have one of these hanging in the office. We used to have one of these hanging at the office, and my friend, dude, because we worked on the movie, and my friend knew that this drove me absolutely crazy. And he knew it. He knew that if he just said, dude, we would walk by it. He'd be like, he goes, "Man, that's a pretty good render." In all seriousness, he'll be like, "Aaron, that's a pretty good render." And he knew that he could just get me going on why this thing has no business being in existence. This thing is an atrocity amongst mankind. I feel like it's you know what? I don't want to get.
Why is it even a thing? Yeah, it doesn't. The rest of the image is cool when you look at it. When you look at it, it's very good. But just that Rex, what is happening there?
It's like they went on Turbo Squid and got the free Rex model, and we're like, that's awesome, free. Dude,
this Rex This reminds me of if you go to if you go to a boardwalk, and on the boardwalk there you're walking down, you've got your cotton candy place, you've got your cheese steaks, you could buy cheese steaks, and then there's there just so happens to be there's an arcade, but then there's also a 4D theater, and you're like, oh dude, a 4D theater here on the beach? I'm checking it out. And you go in there, and it's it's falling apart. And it's which one do you want? Do you want the cowboy one or the dinosaur one? And you're like, the dinosaur one, obviously. And then this shows up, and you're like, I don't know.
You know what is this is worse than? And my same friend who knows that he can. My same friend was astounded. So I joined a Jurassic Park collection contest way long time ago for the original Ludia game, and I won. Got my $60 T-Rex for free. But one of the guys in that here's my collection had a Jurassic Park tattoo, but he had the Turok Raptor from the GameCube key art. And I said, my friend's like, "Oh, that's a really cool tattoo," and I'm like, you can get the bleeper. I was like, that's bull. He goes, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "That's the Turok Raptor." He's like, "There's a difference?" I'm like, "Yes, there's a difference." so, dude, it's just, you're talking, this is a running joke that spanned probably over 10 years, but we knew we could walk up to this thing, and he just had to be like, "Oh, pretty good render." I just would lose it. And dude, the CEO of my company bought one of these things for every executive that worked on the movie. Oh my gosh, dude, it's such an ugly poster. It's so ugly.
Let's get rid of it. Yeah, it is ugly. But so that is the DVD set. But I do want to bring up the actual email here, showcasing all the different stuff. And let's just kind of go through this because I've done it on a live stream. If you watched a live stream, I did go through this all already, but um, so I probably won't go as in depth as I did on that, but I just kind of want to get some thoughts and feelings on this real quick because they're going to be
Sure. I
they're
want
going
to
to
be
be putting
positive. Let's be positive about something.
yeah, well they're putting
I
them
do
all
have
on
something.
Peacock.
I do have something to be positive about that
Okay.
I hope that is in this list. But all right, so they're putting
No,
them on
I do
Peacock.
think
Okay.
I do think there's some cool stuff in here. I know there's been a lot of people that have been down on this list, but I think I'm more positive than most people. So yeah, they're all going to be on Peacock where they belong. It doesn't say Fallen Kingdom or Dominion there, but the first four should be on Peacock June 1st. Theatrical re-releases are planned for later this year. Later this year, I don't know when that is, but later this year in markets around the world. So finally, we do.
For which movies?
Yeah, I don't know. I would assume Jurassic Park. I would assume, but it is interesting that they do say theatrical re-releases, like as if there's other films or something, or is it just
that's Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3D?
It could be, yeah, maybe. So it is happening. That is a good thing. I'm very glad that they've finally acknowledged it. You know, I know you know, I've been saying it on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, like when are we gonna know about re-releases? And people are like, it's already been out and it's, you know, it's out here or there. And I'm like, yeah, but like that is like your local theater or somebody just showing the movie. No.
That's your local theater grabbing the Blu-ray and projecting it in like 5.1 surround sound when you have a Dolby Atmos. Like, no, a re-release is Jurassic Park being released in 3D or a new standard and redoing the audio to use like all 100 speakers in the theater. That's a re-release. Like,
yeah,
we get those things around here too. People are like, do you want to go see Jurassic Park? It's like, no, because I can have a better experience at home where 5 channels of sound are actually being driven through 5 speakers. I can have a better time at home than I can in the theater getting 5 channels of sound basically coming from the floor right at me. So yeah, a real re-release where Universal distributes it and you get the actual Dolby Atmos or whatever the thing is now. I would love that. That would be awesome. I would for sure go do that. In SDX or something? Heck yeah, man. Let's go.
Hopefully like some like a prologue or something, not a prologue, but like you know, introduction or something like that, featuring some like little behind the scenes stuff like that would be cool, you know?
And to that note, and subsequent films have actually messed this up. Brad, do you remember being a child and seeing Jurassic Park? Do you remember the T-Rex roaring and feeling it in your chest cavity?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that to me is like a re-release. Whereas, like, when I saw it at City Walk in Orlando, and it was like, you know, I was like, no,
I want to see it in a Dolby theater. Oh, dude, it could be great.
Oh,
it could be great. So they will be releasing limited commemorative editions of the film on 4K. So limited commemorative editions. So they're editions. So maybe what we just looked at is one of the editions. Okay. And I feel like that's fair. I mean, sometimes you get like a Target edition, a Walmart edition, a Barnes and Noble, like some random stuff, you know. So it's possible that there are other versions out there. So this is interesting though, but the YouTube channels will be producing new monthly content for the fans, behind the scenes making of stuff with the cast and crew. And in addition to like those videos that they've been popping out, one was the real workers of Jurassic Park, and it like showcased the people that work down in Universal Orlando in the Discovery Center, as if it was like Jurassic Park's operating visitor center lab. Cool. And then there was the vehicle one, which just came out recently. So hopefully we'll get more of those.
I saw like an image of it. Brad, do you remember when Jurassic Park the ride opened and the instructional videos were like legit like, oh, we're down at Jurassic Park and the grand reopening of Jurassic Park, yada yada, and then there was
Yeah.
like the safety videos for the boats that like were like in world
Oh,
videos.
just amazing stuff. Yeah.
Put those up, man. Like just put those on YouTube as like as high res as you can get them. They were like 480 back in the day because they were for tube TVs, but like put them on YouTube with like celebrate that stuff, you know?
Yeah, I would love that.
That'd be
I would
dope.
absolutely love to
That'd be
see that.
awesome.
Hopefully. So there's going to be different stuff taking place. They've got contests across Europe, it looks like, with I don't know, some sort of voting on your favorite original Jurassic Park dinosaur. Skip that. The London thing, which we already talked about. Brickman exhibition moves to New Zealand. Okay. There's I don't know what this is. This Jurassic Park inspired high tea celebration. I don't know what that is. If you're in Australia, let me know what a high tea celebration could be. I could just Google it, I guess, but I won't. There's an international film festival in Shanghai, which is you're gonna be able to watch all 6 films for the first time in China. That's pretty cool. And then, like I said before about Comic-Con, it looks like the park gates and dinosaurs will be coming to conventions near you. Supernova Comic-Con in Australia, which actually already happened. Comic-Con San Diego. London Comic-Con in November. And CCXP in Brazil. So, at least they'll be bringing out park gates and dinosaurs, whatever else, I don't know. But we talked about potentially, the exclusive item from Mattel. I think that's a given. They've been doing that for the past several years, so I would expect that to happen as well. And then they do mention like Jurassic World, the exhibition, on tour in Canada and Germany, Jurassic World Live Tour. So they are mentioning things that are not necessarily Jurassic Park celebrations in a way. They're just saying, we've got a lot of stuff happening out there. So I think when you look at this all, like, complaining about nothing happening, like already we're only like a little bit into this list. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I feel like this is a lot of stuff. Like,
it is a lot of stuff. And to your point earlier, when you were like, it's not as big as May the 4th. May the 4th is just a marketing push for toys and gaming content. Whereas like you're doing things, like they're trying to do things. I feel like, was there anything live show in that list? Did I see or no?
Well, it did say the live tour
is still a thing.
It's just continuing. And then Jurassic Park in concert with a live orchestra. So stuff like that is just continually happening. That stuff is always ongoing.
I don't know what else there would be to do for like the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary. Like, I mean,
well, we'll find out because there's a few more things in the list.
Oh, all right.
Theme parks are doing some things here. So we have Universal Beijing. Jurassic Traders will have new merch, so you can check that out at Universal Beijing. Universal Orlando and Universal Studios Hollywood will have specialty food and beverages and exclusive merchandise for the 30th. So that's pretty cool. But like, honestly, and I said this in my live stream, I was like scrolling through this and I kind of like blacked out and stopped focusing on the rest of the list when I read that there was going to be a tribute store at Universal Orlando, because that was like the big thing. I was like, nobody is focusing on this, and my eyes went straight to that, and I'm like, I gotta tweet this out. Like, nobody's talking about this. There's gonna be a tribute store. You guys don't know what this means, but it's gonna be exciting. I
don't know what this means. Like, is this just not like what they already did? Like, they've done a tribute store at Orlando.
So yeah, if anybody doesn't know, the tribute store is basically like a very big location where. Not very big, but it's just like multiple rooms that you can kind of go into, and they're heavily themed to either like Halloween Horror Nights, Mardi Gras, Christmas time. Like, there's always something for that. And I think it was the first IP to ever get their own tribute store was Jurassic World, and they had like they had the when you walked in, there was the park gates, and you walked through the gates, and they had the like control center where you got to see like Velocicoaster like operating and dinosaurs and different tour vehicles and all kinds of stuff. It looked like a Jurassic World control room. You moved through like there was like those that crate with the raptors and stuff like that, some ferns and all that. And then you moved into like it was kind of more like a Lost World room in a way, because they had that big background, that amazing mural that you see in the Lost World. They had like props, like actual legit props and things from the movies, some replicas, some real stuff. And then scattered all throughout this is merchandise and things that you can buy, stuff that you can eat. So they are really, really highly immersive things that you can walk through. And we've got a Jurassic Park one coming for the 30th anniversary. And they've already started like teasing it. As soon as I started talking about it on Twitter, the next day they put a ladle in the window. And one of my ideas, I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if you walk through a kitchen? Like if you have the raptor kitchen encounter, and it would be like, dude, that would be sick. And like they have like a little ladle like out on the windowsill that just randomly appeared out of nowhere. They just removed the awning. They just removed the awning, and I guess they're probably, I would assume they're going to put up like the Jurassic Park, like the wood gates this time, because they put up the nice like concrete Jurassic World gates last time. I would assume it would be the wood gates, but with the 30th anniversary logo up there. And it's in a different location this time. So that'll be interesting to see how it's changed up a little bit. But I am so excited for that. I'm very, very excited. I got to try to get down there. But moving on here, we've got, obviously we knew about the Lego merch. You know, we've seen that for a while now. Let's see, Mattel. This is an interesting, so like, I feel like what I was talking about with them including like live tour and the exhibition, stuff like that, that's not necessarily Jurassic Park inspired. We're starting to get into some like hazy water here where we're not really sure what is what. Mattel is going to be debuting all new collector line with 15 different SKUs and 2 new plush. So I don't really know what this all new collector's line is. I feel like it's just like weird wording from this press release who didn't necessarily know that, like, you know,
the Hammond collection's a thing already.
Yeah,
something?
It's like it could. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It could be the Hammond collection. It could just be like the classic line. Maybe it could be the '93 classic stuff. I have no idea. I'm not really sure. But they have the different plushes and stuff like that coming. And they did say, check out some early reveals of Mattel's Jurassic Park 1993 classic line from Beyond the Gates. So early reveals? I'm confused. Like, I don't know. Is there other
the classic
stuff?
line is the classic line is the all new line.
I'm assuming
And
that's what they mean, but
Target
I don't know.
has given you early releases of that new line. So there's not an all new line coming out. There's a line that's newest. Newish.
I guess, yeah.
And
so,
it is all new, except for these 3 early releases.
That 4. But are these 4 releases part of this 15?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm confused.
This is not for Target people. This is for
exactly, yeah.
Like everyone. This is for every Joe Schmo who is tangentially interested in Jurassic Park, right? So
yeah, like we're like, we know about these Tamagotchis, bro. Like we know these Tamagotchis have been out. Like we've seen all the different kinds that you can get. We have them in our house. Okay, right. So they are coming out with the Tamagotchis, which we all have seen. The captives, which have been out for a little while now. Funko Pops will have a new assortment, so that's cool. Get to see some new stuff. The Tubbs ducks, which they actually revealed, the Raptor, Dilophosaurus, and Muldoon. I have some of them, but I don't have those ones, but that's really cool. Those things are fun. Okay. They're actually pretty silly. Wow Stuff continues to innovate with the Real FX line. I think it's like a T-Rex or something. I forget what it is. I think that's the one with like the raptor that you put on your arm and you like, it's like a puppet or something. Paragon FX has got that cryo can, which is, we've seen that for a little while now.
Yeah.
Dr. Squatch stuff we've seen for a little while now. I have the soaps in here. Roosevelt's, this is exciting for me. Roosevelt's is going to have some new Jurassic Park inspired prints.
Yeah.
Roosevelt's has some awesome shirts. I wear them all the time. I've got way too many of them. And, just like toys, I collect Roosevelt's shirts, and they're very expensive, and I can't do it anymore. I got to stop. But now they're coming out with Roosevelt's Jurassic Park again, and I'm like, are you kidding me? And then I heard that there's going to be Indiana Jones ones. I'm like, are you kidding me?
You're going to go bankrupt, bro.
Stop. It's just a terrible time for me right now. Okay. So I'm excited for those shirts. Dumb Good is bringing back iconic colorways and graphics from 1993. I don't know what this is. Let's see what Dumb Good is. Let's open this. I don't know. Just close. Okay. So some cool. Retro kind of. Yeah, I like this 90s style clothing apparel. Like, dude, I would wear this sweat outfit. That'd be so sick.
Are the pajamas? Are those pajamas on the left?
They're just sweatpants. Yeah, but you could wear them as pajamas.
Oh, okay.
What is this wrap? What are these hilarious looking renders? So funny.
That's the those are like the post Jurassic. I feel like those are they're Jurassic Park renders, but it's like they were. I didn't know.
$85. $85. So
whoa, dude, you want to hear something funny? Speaking of clothes, there's an episode of The Office where Jim and Pam go to spend the night at Dwight's farm, and Mose is being read a bedtime story from Dwight. Mm-hmm. Dwight's reading him Harry Potter. Mose is wearing an original set of 1993 Jurassic Park pajamas because I had those exact pajamas he's wearing. I had those pajamas, but in blue. So
that's amazing. I forget this.
Watch funny. The Office and watch a grown man wearing vintage pajamas.
Torrid is going to be bringing fun and flirty Jurassic Park inspired fashion for all sizes. New collections planned for Jurassic June. Chubbies will expand their awesome neon inspired Jurassic Park line of men's swimwear to include boys sizing.
For hashtag Jurassic June, you're telling me this Torrid company, because the thing is, Torrid wrote this description. They Universal Marketing reached out and was like, hey, would you like a blurb in our release? And Torrid literally is the only company to know what Jurassic June is.
I don't think so. I feel like it was mentioned.
I just love that it's
somewhere
real because Jurassic June is not it's not a studio done thing. It was created by the fans.
No, it's right here. Yeah, up at the top of this right here. Universal and Amblin are reopening the park gates for fans, old, new, to honor 30 years of the groundbreaking blockbuster adventure Jurassic Park. Life finds a way this Jurassic June, hashtag, and beyond. So Universal did acknowledge that, which is cool. And also there it is for Universal Orlando, and Mattel has got one there.
Oh, well, then I just messed up. All right, whatever.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. But it is cool that it is being acknowledged. So H&M is going to have a 90s nostalgia line with the Jurassic Park logo. Pretty cool. Primark has got some new children's apparel and home and lifestyle items for families. Interactive plush dinosaurs. We'll see what those are. Box Lunch has the coolest apparel, accessories, and collectibles for Jurassic Park fans. So they basically are like, we don't know what we're going to have, so just stay tuned. Loungefly, they've got some really cool stuff coming out. I've seen the mini moon, Dino Moon mini backpack, and the wallet looks really cool. Gooder I guess they've got some sunglasses, and they're pretty cool looking. I don't know if you've seen these, but
I've not seen them, but I do own multiple pairs of Goodr sunglasses, and I like them.
Gotta get some more, dude. You gotta get some more.
Can I see
they've
sunglasses? Do they have them on their website?
Yeah, I believe so. I'll just open them right here. Let's see. I don't know if they're on their website, but they should be. I would think so.
I have multiple pairs of these sunglasses. I like them. I like throwing I got 5 pairs in the car, and I just grab whatever one is closest to me, and I just go.
That's a good idea. Gooder idea than just having one pair.
I have a really nice pair of Maui Jims, and then I've got 5 Gooders just floating around the VW.
Okay, they don't have them up on the website.
Okay,
but they are
I'm
somewhere.
Sure cool.
I have seen them. They might be in this email somewhere.
I didn't love their Back to the Future ones, but
Oh, I've got them here on Dropbox.
I see him here. I think I see him here.
Oh
no, that's the Universal Monsters. That's all right.
Oh no, here they are. Let's go to this real quick. I've got the Mr. DNA ones right there.
Nice.
I dig that. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
I've got
that's the one Jurassic I'm getting Park, right there.
Isla Nublar Tour, 1993.
That's the one I'm getting.
Very cool looking box. That's pretty sick.
Dude, all their boxes are great. They're all cardboard, so it's all recyclable materials and stuff. And then they do give you a nice they give you a nice little glasses pouch, which we're talking the only glasses I've ever gotten a pouch for free was again Maui Jims, which are very expensive, and these are $30 a pair of these sunglasses, maybe 20. Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah,
I'll get these.
Yeah, this one's cool too. The T-Rex in the rear view, nice Jeep style,
very cool.
So yeah, I mean they're looking pretty good. Excuse me.
I'll endorse Gooder. I like their product.
Yeah, Crocs has got some new 30th. It says anniversary inspired footwear coming.
Am I gonna be buying my first pair of Crocs?
You might be. I didn't really love their Jurassic World one, but this company, I think it's Japanese company here, Nico, and I had never heard of them before, but man, they got some really cool stuff, dude. They've got some really cool stuff. It's over here actually. Look at this image right here.
What is this?
Click on it. It's all just I don't know, there's just a lot of fun merchandise, and we had a really fun time looking at this on the live stream. Okay. But look, they went all out. Look at this. Whoa. I didn't see this before. I didn't see this
for an animation.
Before. They got animation on there. They've got all kinds of really awesome bags.
Whoa, what?
Dude, it's sick stuff, dude. It is great merch.
That is legit
it's in Japan.
Cool.
I don't know how we're getting this stuff, but it looks awesome.
Go.
Can I
they've even got a better tagline than Universal could come up with.
Oh yeah.
Go on an adventure again.
Dude,
that should be on a freaking poster. That's a great tagline. What are
these?
Big
picnic sheets? Dude, look at this thing. Amazing. Look how cool this is.
Bro, I know I'm getting I'm using bro a lot today.
Yeah, neck coolers, bottles. This bottle's pretty sick. Hooded towel. This cooler is sick. It's great. Mini cooler, these mini cooler ones, and then the bottle holders are pretty sick. Oh, wait till we get to celebrate Walter, guys.
What's
waterproof
Walter?
Mobile? You'll see. Oh wait, did they change it? Oh, this is no longer Walter's bottle.
Oh,
there's a wet tissue porch. You want that wet tissue porch? It's right here. It's like a wipe case.
Yeah. All right. So some spelling errors, but
no, it's just it was the translation thing, and I think
are these bento boxes?
Yeah, dude.
Are those Jurassic Park bento boxes?
Yeah, they're mini lunch boxes.
Yes.
Super sick.
Yes.
Some reels and stuff, some coin cases, some awesome shirts. Dude, this 93 T-Rex shirt, killer.
Brad, Japan knows what they're doing, man. When are we going? When are we going to do? Let's just go and buy this merch first, man. Because I tell you what, I want to go to Japan. I want to buy some Vitas. I want to buy this Jurassic merch. And I want to buy old retro Jurassic Park games, but with like a Japanese logo on it. That's what I want to do.
Dude, I mean,
Let's
look at
go.
these like just
Look at these
retro
fanny
hats,
packs.
dude. The hats, the fanny. No, these are not fanny packs. They are waist porch. Waist porch.
Oh.
And then, dude, it gets better. Look at this stuff. This 8-bit merch, dude.
Dude,
look at this
what?
stuff.
That's legit from the game.
Storage box, yes, 8-bit.
Those are legit
Oh,
from
that was a
Oh,
slip.
Yes.
8-bit merch.
Dude, those are straight from the Nintendo game.
Yeah.
What?
Sick stuff. So if you want to put your toys in here, if you want to store them, and look at these little animations on the screen.
Dude.
I need these shower sandals. They're pretty awesome. Water bottles, cups, bowls, dude, everything. They've got so much great merchandise, t-shirts.
Look at the game. Oh, they got the continue screen on a t-shirt.
Yeah, it's all really great stuff. Stickers.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
Brad.
this company is fantastic. Like, I don't know what it's gonna take to get this stuff, but this is the most excited I feel like outside of the tribute store. Like, this merch on this page is the most excited I've been.
It's not hard ordering from Japan. Have you ever ordered from Japan before?
I don't know. No, I don't think I have. But
dude, there's there's intermediaries and stuff. I got you, man. We're gonna get this.
All right. Well, this stuff looks awesome. So I was very excited to learn about Nico and never heard of him, but
I think Japan is celebrating the 30th anniversary like in freaking.
They're doing it right.
All right.
Yeah.
Like.
So yeah, but additional products, coming throughout Jurassic June. Iron Studios, it says, Noble Collections, Mondo, Toy Monster, Play Monster, Koosh, Hasbro, Funko, Rubber Road, Just Play, Wow Stuff, Jada, Spin Master. I don't know. Like, I don't know if this stuff is exactly going to be all featured on the 30th anniversary, but
sure.
Who knows? Random House, Scholastic, Inside Editions, Dynacraft, Advanced Graphics, Innovative Designs, Aaron Condren, Biddy Boomers, Kid Designs, General Mills. We're getting some cereals, and more. And there's also going to be 30th anniversary pepperonis, bro, and crackers.
Brad, can you and I buy these pepperoni and crackers and then do a podcast where we just sit around and eat crackers and cheese and be fancy?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, we're doing it. Hormel, hit us up with some pepperonis. All right. And then, yeah, I don't know if these crackers might be like animal crackers, so I don't know if that will very much go with the pepperoni. So, but we'll do it anyway. Sure. But that's pretty cool. I did notice like Random House Scholastic Inside Editions in there, which that was exciting to see some book companies listed in there. Okay. Let me bring this up because I know Outpost posted about this today, actually. So let me see if I can bring them up again. Where was it? It's in here somewhere. Just bear with me while I scroll through their feed. Okay, here it is.
While you're scrolling, I just noticed.
I got it. What do you got?
This ankylosaur is the perfect like mouse shape. If you carve this thing out and put a laser in the bottom of it, like you could just move this guy around all
and never click.
Well, I mean, we'd have to figure that out. But sorry, I don't know why.
But Outpost posted this about the Jurassic Park, the official script book is coming soon. It says Discover the Thrills of Steven Spielberg. And this is on Amazon, it looks like. So this is coming, I believe, from Inside Editions.
I'll get that.
So October 31st, $22.99, it says. So that's pretty cool, though.
Better than like the $80 Jurassic World Ultimate Guide or whatever that was.
Well, yeah, it's also from the same author as the Ultimate thing, James Mottram, and it's from Inside Editions, same company there, so that's cool. We're getting this script book, so who knows? it's got a list of things here to read. I'm not going to go through them all, but that is pretty cool to see. I'm excited to see what other kind of written material we get along the way. Let's see. Is there anything else? There might be a few other things here on the email. Beyond the Gates. We've talked a lot about that with their pre-sale monthly. Check out Amazon's merch on demand for a variety of Jurassic Park tees.
Just T-shirts with the Jurassic Park logo on it. You can go to you can get that anywhere. Okay.
Smiths will have the toys, so that's cool. Okay. But it does say an exclusive Jurassic Park vehicle and dinosaur track set.
Oh no, from Smiths?
Who knows?
Is this the Spinosaurus all over again?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Jurassic World Revealed is back, which is basically just like Beyond the Gates, but for I think like Australia, New Zealand, or something like that. And then mall activations will launch across Southeast Asia during Jurassic June. So that's cool. I'm interested to see what happens there.
What's a mall activation?
I don't know. I mean, I assume it'll be like probably like a dinosaur roaming around like in a certain section of a mall. They'll probably bring out like the crates or something like that again, and have like just like plants brought in and just make it kind of Jurassic aesthetic vibe. But something like that, I imagine, with some merch, like a little pop-up shop kind of thing. Let's see. Games and digital collectibles. We'll talk about this now. Jurassic World Live will have some, 30th anniversary gameplay experience. Who knows? So we'll see about that. This one I thought was pretty exciting as well. Collaboration with Limited Run Games to release Jurassic Park's 30th anniversary retro collection planned for later this year.
This is what I'm excited about. This is the one I'm positive on. Not as good as the TMNT collection, but this is a step in the right direction. This is something. All right, these games are terrible, but to have them, they've not been officially released since their initial runs, like so on Nintendo and maybe Sega, right? Sega Genesis.
I think it's just the NES and SNES, right?
Are they only doing the Nintendo and SNES? Okay,
I think that's all they're doing.
But like, still, there's like Game Boy versions of Jurassic Park that this is not including. So like, have you like touched that Konami Ninja Turtles collection?
Oh no,
dude,
no.
It's everything. Like from arcade games to Game Boy to like. So for instance, Jurassic Park. The SNES and NES versions are different. Okay, different graphics, maybe different layout of the game. Whereas like the NES and the Game Boy game are the same. It's just that the Game Boy game doesn't have color. But like in this collection, they're just giving you the NES version. Whereas like the Konami collection for Turtles gave you, every iteration. So even if it was the same game, they still gave you that version, right? Or both versions or three versions or whatever. But this is awesome. This is actually something that I was trying to talk up with some people, and like I was trying to like work with some of my connections in the industry, and then had to write them an email and be like, psych, forget about it.
It's already happening.
Yeah. No, super excited about this, man. Like, I really want to get a copy. I hope that I don't miss the pre-order on that, because limited runs is, unlike Mondo, limited runs actually is limited nowadays. So I hope I can get a copy.
I was trying to find the post, but it's like they post so much, but they did like after we all started tweeting. Another thing about this press release is I feel like a lot of these companies were like caught off guard. Like they did not expect all this information to come out today or this day, whatever.
That day,
so I feel like everybody was like, "Oh, we got to catch up and also make a post about this and kind of acknowledge it." Like the ladle thing we were talking about with the tribute store, but like here's their post, because like I had posted like right away. I'm like, Limited Run Games is doing this thing, and they're like, "Oh, okay, here's our post."
They do have the Game Boy game. So are they saying that like these are the versions that are going to be on that collection?
I would assume so. Yeah, it does say like multiple versions or all the versions of those two games, I guess.
Well, what do they got? So they got Jurassic Park. That is the Genesis port. So this is every version of this game.
Does it say where's the
Isn't the Genesis one the vertical one?
No, it says
is that
NES.
Super Nintendo?
It just says NES on it. And the other two on the left are the Super Nintendos, and then the two are the Game Boys.
Okay.
It's got Jurassic Park plus Part 2, The Chaos Continues. So, but yeah, I thought that was nice that they acknowledged
I didn't know that Jurassic Park 2 Part 2 was on Game Boy. I'm gonna have to hunt that down. I've got the two Super Nintendos in the box. I've got the Game Boy for 1 in the box, and I've got the NES one, like that I actually had as a kid. I've got that like loose, but I did not know there was Part 2 on Game Boy. That's interesting.
Apparently, I don't think I've ever played either of those, so
they're all terrible, man.
It'll be interesting. Like, it'll be interesting.
They control like absolute hot garbage, and it's all D-pad. Sure. There's no like joystick involved. So, but you know what? To have this in a collection, I for sure am going to want to pick it up on Switch, digital or physically, and then I'll get like a PS4 or 5 edition digitally, because I have a digital PS5. But yeah, dude, this is exciting, man.
Yeah, that is exciting. So, like I said, it includes Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 2, The Chaos Continues games. They're also going to create exclusive limited edition Jurassic Park merchandise inspired by the titles that both gamers and Jurassic Park fans kind of get excited about. I feel like we saw that from like Nico and
I almost wonder if it's some of the same stuff. Like I was
wondering, yeah. So that's pretty cool. We also have a bullet point here that says Frontier Developments will be bringing Jurassic World Evolution 2 players even more mesmerizing dinosaurs for their parks with additional DLC packs and new content. I feel like this has been kind of addressed by Frontier, that they're not necessarily, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think they said something like we're not actually like making a 30th anniversary DLC or anything, so don't get so hyped on that. I feel like it was like some sort of like decoration pack or like free update or something. I'm not really sure, but it was something much more minimal. Yeah, so yeah.
I mean, look, speaking of Frontier, they got right now they have the ultimate Jurassic Park builder. I think it's by far the most definitive thing we've got out there, but they're missing a few species. If they could cap off the species list at this point, I'd be pretty excited. Like Microcerattus from Dominion / Jurassic Park, if you want to backtrack that now. Microcerattus is not in there yet. I think there's a few others. Did the little T-Rex ever make it in? The little Micro Rex or whatever that thing's called?
It's been over a year since I played that game.
Yeah.
You know what would be cool though is if we got like a retro. I know that it's not what they're talking about here, but like a DLC that was like Maisie in the past was like the narrator for the DLC or something. Like,
yeah, I think you're
be kind of cool.
Too much.
I know I am. I'm not saying for the 30th or anything. I'm just saying that would be a cool thing to get at some point. And then the last thing here on the list, it says this summer, VV will be celebrating the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary by dropping unique digital collectibles on their marketplace. Featuring iconic items from the original movie, these digital collectibles capture moments in time that are a must-have for Jurassic Park fans. I thought like adding like a little bit deepness to my voice would make it sound cooler, but that didn't work.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that all this stuff is just tanking. Like already, it's just so unspecial. Like to have a digital collectible, but now that AI art can like make you as many digital collectibles as you want in the course of like 30 minutes for like $5 a month. Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm so happy.
I mean, I'm already spending the money for digital collectibles on my skins for Fortnite, like you were saying. You know, like that's where that digital collectible money's going.
Yes, like totally. And like that's the thing is like I am a hypocrite because Fortnite skins are the same exact thing. I guess just limited by
everybody
time
has
releases.
One, but like
everyone has one.
If you buy it, but
like to me, I get use and enjoyment
Yeah, you
out of
get
that
use and
rather than
fun.
it
Yeah,
just like sitting in a
sitting there.
digital wallet on my phone. Um, I'm not an idiot. I know that one day Fortnite will go down and I will have lost so much money, Brad. So much money. Just
I know.
just thrown down the digital
I
toilet. But
so I left
it's
Call of Duty
fun.
because of that, because they tanked everything that you had previously purchased. And I'm like hoping one day that doesn't happen, but like it could very well happen for Fortnite. So
How did they tank what you previously just they didn't carry over to the next game or something?
well, yeah, they Warzone 2 or whatever. It was a definitive stopping point where like everything you had previously was no longer usable in Warzone 2.
No.
Yeah,
No.
but
That's
like
not cool, man.
I know, dude, I had like Godzilla like outfits and like
It's not
Rambo,
cool.
dude. I had like some cool stuff, and then literally I stopped playing. That was I literally didn't play anymore, and then I moved over to Fortnite and have been taking my time over there instead. So
Happier. You've been happier,
yeah,
Brad.
it is nicer. It is nicer, but I gotta say, looking at this list, there's a
What are we
lot of
talking about?
stuff.
What are we talking about? They're not doing anything for the 30th anniversary. This is a ton of stuff.
It's like this like trickling out effect where like you feel like nothing's happening because like it's slowly coming out over time, and these big events that are already like have already been in place or just continuing. So
I mean,
I don't know. We're not asking for much. Like we want to see like the theaters, the movie in theaters. We want to see like that kind of thing, and maybe like a fan celebration. But that is nowhere mentioned in this, other than
not having a fan celebration is a bummer.
that is a bummer. But like that would have been my other ask, but they do kind of try to make up for it with these other events that are happening all over the world. So they're doing their best, I think, and it's not so bad. It's pretty good. And I think if you want to focus your money on some cool merch, there's definitely stuff out there. If you want to go visit some stuff, there's plenty to do. But yeah, I think it's a good list. Would I have liked to have seen a little bit more or something else? Sure, but like I think there will be more. I do think there will be more outside of whatever
this might not
is,
be a
is
definitive
on this list,
right? Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see and update as time goes on. But I think it's a decent start to the list. So I'm excited by that, at least.
For sure, dude. For sure.
So
where's my Hot Toys? Why did they not announce Hot Toys? Why did they not announce Fortnite skins? We gotta call someone. We gotta get this going.
There's a new season coming in June, right? Or something. So maybe it's the dino season. Maybe it's time.
If I boot up Fortnite and got those Raptors and they got me a Muldoon skin.
A Muldoon skin, yes.
There's a Fortnite wallpaper with one of the old shotguns. They don't have the shotgun in the game anymore, but there's a wallpaper.
Yeah.
If you zoom in, it's got the date of Jurassic Park as like the serial number or something like that. Something like that.
Okay.
And then there is a Fortnite wallpaper where you're hiding. It's like someone's like hiding in a kitchen, and there's like the people in the T-Rex outfits like stalking them. It's pretty great.
Come on,
pretty great, Brad.
Just do it already. Just do it, please.
Just give it to us.
So yeah, we'll keep trying to influence Universal and Amblin and everybody else to do fun things for you. So we'll keep trying. But Aaron, it's been fun talking about this stuff. What do you say we wrap up here and let people know where they can find you online?
You can find me at Aaron D. Beyer on Twitter or the Aaron D. Beyer on Instagram, where I do nothing. I don't do anything. I don't post images anymore. I don't talk to people anymore. I moved, man. I moved home to family, and I just hanging out on the internet, not something I do much of anymore.
It's not that fun anymore. It's been a rough go recently, so you're better off.
My gaming has taken a hit.
Oh, no.
I don't game very much.
Get back on there.
I know.
Well, that's where you can or cannot find Aaron. I am at Brad Jost on Twitter, and of course the podcast at Jurassic Park Pod or JurassicParkPodcast.com. But that's it until another few months here. What do we got? We'll be back. This is May. We'll be back in
I feel like
July.
you and I need to do something. I feel like you and I need to have a 30th anniversary conversation. Like,
yeah, and I
retrospect or something.
Well, we are planning some 30th anniversary stuff, and I will say, if you out there want to be a part of it, please send in your thoughts and feelings on the 30th anniversary. If you just want to relay your nostalgic feelings for the franchise, your thoughts over the past 30 years, your favorite dinosaur, your favorite character, vehicle, just if you want to just talk about the film Jurassic Park, not necessarily the sequels, not the lack of excitement or something for the 30th. Don't focus on that stuff. Focus on your love of that first film and what it means to you. Please send those in. You can do that to our voicemail line, 732-825-7763. Just leave a message. It's about 3 minutes long, so just try to keep it within that time frame. And if you do the same thing, please keep it at like 3 minutes long. If you're going to do a voicemail, you can just basically pick up your phone, record an audio message, 3 minutes, send those over to our email, JurassicParkPod@gmail.com, and we'll include those in an upcoming episode in June. So we're planning some bonus content and stuff like that. So if you want to, please send those over, and we'll add them, mash them all up together, and celebrate. Have a good time, and get all of our thoughts and feelings. I don't care how long the episode ends up being. I'm just gonna include everybody because it's like been 30 years, so we all gotta, have something to say.
I mean, if we're gonna even things out, this is probably the shortest episode of The Wire that's ever been done. So.
Maybe, yeah.
I think we're at 2 hours, buddy. That's pretty
just
short
under the
for
2
us.
hour mark there, yeah. So, and I have some editing to do, but not too much.
I'm so sorry. That's my fault, man. That's my fault.
Hopefully, it was like seamless enough where you're like, "Oh, something happened there."
Remember,
like, it seems
you
like
dropped
nothing
the
happened.
B word at some point, so you gotta find it.
I did, accidentally. Yeah. So we'll figure that out. But thank you everybody for watching and for listening. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.